This is my major assignment B for 3102. I am working on cooking roast beef in an oven. I want to determine how long it would take to cook roast beef in an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm trying to get a temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit within the meat. So the entire meat will not cook at the same time because it's not a lump system. That means that at different location the temperature will be different. So at the outer edge it will be hotter than what is in the center of the meat. In this problem, there's two types heat conduction being done. First is conduction cooking. Conduction is done inside of the meat because it's connected together by solids. So in this equation and the Fourier heat conduction equation demonstrate the how heat exchange is being done inside of the meat. And next is convection cooking or convection heat transfer, which is done by the oven, the air inside the oven cooking the outer surface of the meat. Heat transfer from the oven into the meat by way of air. And using Newton laws of cooling, you can calculate the heat transfer for the cooking being done using convection. The assumption that I made for this is no mass loss due to cooking. The meat start at room temperature of approximately 298 degrees Fahrenheit and maintain in the oven maintain a constant temperature of 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is the piece of meat that I'm using for the experiment. Is 1.9 kilograms. It's about 18 centimeter in length and 10 centimeter in diameter, and the approximate area is 0.072 meters square. And for the model, I'm using a combined equation of conduction and convection because we are using conduction and convection at the same time, and the cooking is done by both. So by combining two model equations together, you can calculate the time it would take because this is because temperature is a function of time, and this equation kind of similar to a parallel circuit, and the resistance is at the bottom is divided by 1. And using this model, I believe you can predict the heat transfer and the cooking rate of the meat. And I did an actual cooking time of approximately 2 hours and a half. And first off, I sear both sides of the side of the meat off first, but the inside temperature you can see start at around 40 degrees Fahrenheit due to the sear. I measured the cooking meat for this every 5 minutes, and then after 5 I would take it out of the oven and measure the temperature. But due to me keep on constantly opening up the oven at every 5 minutes, some that got released out into the oven, which lowering the temperature of the oven, so it couldn't stay maintained at 350 degrees Fahrenheit because I keep on opening the oven. So that could play a factor in the my data be a bit off, and also I have to use a thermometer which poke into the meat, and I wasn't able to consistently measure at the same location because there's different location of the meat, and so the measuring temperature could be a little bit wrong depending on how far down I push the thermometer. And also at the end of every time I wash the thermometer with water, and so that could mess up the temperature reading of the thermometer. But at the end I was to get around a nice medium rare temperature based off the model. I believe that is correct, and the meat turned out well at the end. Thank you.